World War II Directions, Take 6. Just want to let you know that we're going to be using several different multimedia apparatuses to make these scenarios, getting a little bit of help from Tigger over my shoulder here. Also wanted to point out the bulldog as I see there. But what we're going to do is you're going to create a scenario. You'll have access to a projector, so if you want to interject a straight footage from World War II. Here's some flying footage. You could do an aerial scenario. You could do a dive bombing or an assignment scenario. You could do a submarine. You could do a battleship. You could do an invasion. You guys have all played Call of Duty, I'm sure, so you know kind of what the simulation looks like. The idea behind that. Okay, you'll notice we're in Unit 6, Week 1. The instructions are over here on the left. Some other links for you are the World War II Collection and Fold 3, National World War II Museum Collection, Washington University Libraries, and Eyewitness History. Some things that you can find in each of these locations. This one is going to tell you about the actual simulation itself that this is based on. It's based on the USS Tang. So if you wanted to check out the USS Tang situation and see what they do in the museum, this might be a good link for you. Additionally, it has primary source photos, primary source videos, and actual telegrams, pictures of people who fought and died in the war. Anything that you might want to include in your scenario is a good starting place here. Remember to start your research broad. The next place that you might want to start is the World War II Collection Fold 3 or Eyewitness History. Those are going to be a little bit more broad sources. Eyewitness History is a great secondary source to get you started. Also includes several primary sources. The next thing is the Washington University's library, and then the National Archives, which will be put on there in just a moment. Both of those locations will help you with your primary source articles that you can include in your skits or your scenarios. If you look at the directions themselves, you're going to need to pick a scenario. You're going to need to research the scenario. You're going to provide the customer with a bio that they can take home. So there needs to be a card that they can take away. It has a picture of the person that they played and what role they played, what their rank is, where they're from. Give them things that they can identify with. The next thing that you're going to need is to create props. Audio, video, maps on the wall, actual props that they can put their hands on, like a ship wheel, controls, a Norton bomb sight, anything that they can interact with that you could do. Also, primary source documents that could come to the classroom. The other thing is that you're going to want to try and create an experience that is rated enjoyable by your peers. So we'll ask some people to volunteer and come in and do this simulation that you put together. And hopefully then at the end they'll fill out the survey, and the survey will rank out was it enjoyable, was it challenging, was it dull, was it lame, any of these things. So we can take that information and then build on our simulations from there. And then finally you need to create a works cited for your project. Where did you get the information, and then how is it incorporated? Your rubric is here. I'll let you read through that, and then if you have any questions when you come into class, please let me know. I greatly appreciate your inputs. I'm very much looking forward to this and very, very excited. The last thing that I'll say is if this goes pretty well and we're using our time wisely, it could be your final project for the class. So with that, I will leave you alone and look forward to seeing you in class on Friday.